Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this nice looking Android box. It is called TOX1. It is done by a company called TOX Trust on X, and it is looking really nice. Again, this unit itself comes with 4 GB of RAM, 32 gig internal storage. Also, it's a Gigabit LAN, AC Wi-Fi, and it is S905X3 chipset. So let's go through, check it out to see how good this box is and what it will bring on a table for us. You can see that the box is really nicely designed, and before we forget, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family, and make sure you click the notification icon and select all in order for you to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We'll have to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos with a little more detail every time. You can see that the box is really nicely designed. It's just blue and white, has some little markings in the back, and once we slowly open the box itself and take everything one by one out, and here are all the components that are part of this box. It comes with this user manual, and it has a lot of information. It's starting from how to operate it, and then going inside of it you have more info which we will try to cover in this video. It comes with this HDMI wire, also with a power adapter which is 5V 2 amps. This part connects to the actual box, and this part is not created for Canada. This is created for Asia, which is really cool, but I do have an adapter which I can use. It also comes with this IR remote. Now this is multifunction remote. You can see on the top that you can also control your TV, and how that is possible, you have a little writing right in the back, so you can make this remote learn to control your TV. And you can go to the front. These are all of the numbers and everything covered. It also comes with this antenna. Now this is going to work really good and make your Wi-Fi range a lot better, so make sure you do not misplace this. And then the big part is the actual box itself. Sitting inside of this plastic, once you take it out, this is how it looks. So it is pretty cool. You can see on the top that it has a lot of holes. You can see through it, that good for ventilation. Their name is really nicely written in a top. When you go to the front part of it, you have a huge display which will tell you the time, and also it has some little other parts that can show you if you're playing anything or if it is connected via Wi-Fi or Ethernet, which is really cool. Now going on one side of it, you have a lot of ventilations, and there is a little part so you can connect your antenna, which we will do right now really quickly. You can process it as easy as that. Going to the back part of it, you have a DC connection which is 5V 2 amp. Then you do have your HDMI connection and then the LAN port. Now going on the other side of it, you have the USB 2.0, then you have USB 3.0, and also you have a TF card reader which can read your micro SD card up to 128 GB. Now going to the bottom part of it, you have a lot of holes for ventilation. You have 4 little legs so you can sit. We will show you in a few seconds. And also you have a sticker for your MAC address and serial number. Now when you put it on the ground, you can see that it would not move because of these little rubber feet in the bottom, which is really good. All right, enough said about it. Let's get this connected. So first we're going to connect the HDMI, and then the power. And if you have a Air Mouse remote, go ahead, connect that too. So once you hook up everything, the first screen that you will get is this nice logo. It is S905X3 chipset, as you can see it right now, and we're just waiting for it to go through. And there you go. This is their first logo that is just walking in. So this is what you should see for animation. And then it just goes into the actual screen. Now I have to mention a few things before I go next. This is their regular launcher. Also, that I am using an Air Mouse remote. I am connected via LAN, and then all of these big icons basically explains itself. They're all mostly folders, so when you go into it, you can see that you can click on and you can add a icon like this one, and then if I press back, it's added it. There you go, the first one on the list. So now if I go back, same thing with my files, and then automatically takes you into this app itself. So that's not what we're looking for. The next part is music. Now this is also a folder that you can add more apps. Now when you go to applications, this is where you're going to be able to see all the apps that are part of it, but there's a lot of them that we have installed, and then we're going to cover it one by one. So let's go back to the main screen, and then you have games. Now this is also, these are the two pre-loaded games that is part of it, and then the settings. So these are all shortcuts that you can just click on this plus sign, and then you can add, and you can see there's no more space, or you can remove very easily, and when you press back, it just disappears or appears as easy as that. So this is the main part. Let's go through and show you for some benchmarking. So we went through Antutu Benchmark. Now I have to mention that this is not going to show you in landscape mode because this is how it's created, but you can see the numbers really nice. It is 72018. For this chipset, it looks beautiful. And the next thing that we want to cover is going to be the Geekbench 5, and you can see for the single core we received 129, and for multi-core we received 428, and we will get out of it. The next thing that we want to go through is going to be the AIDA64. So here you go, from the start you can see the manufacturer name. The model name is called TOX1 or TOX1. Also the hardware is Amlogic. It is 4 GB of RAM and 32 gig internal storage, but only 21 is available, and the Bluetooth on this is 4.2, so you can see that's why it says 4+. Now going under CPU itself, you can see that it is ARM Cortex A55. It is running on 1908 megahertz, and it is a 64-bit ARM, but it is running on 32-bit. And when you go down, you can see that it is 1900, but it is running really nicely, and it is not really going near to the end. So it is about 1000, which is not that bad. And the CPU utilization is on, and the scaling governor is interactive, which is really good. That means is it's going to minimize its use, so that way you're not going to heat up the box to the maximum. Now display part of it, it is on 1080p right now, but you can see that GPU is Mali-G31, which is a single core. It is running on 60 Hertz. And the OpenGL is 3.2, so that means is your games will run really smoothly. Now Android on this is Android 9. You can see it, and then going down a little bit, you can see more of the information that you're looking for. And then going under terminal is something that we always look into, so that way it shows that the actual CPU is how much heat it have, and then the rest of them, how much heat it accumulates. So that way when you put your hand on top of the box, if it's heated or not. Now another good part that I want to always mention is going all the way in the bottom, so you can see VP8 is there, and then the encoders, the MPEG-4, also the H263, and going up all of the numbers that you're looking for. There you go, this is the Google version of P9, and also the encoder and also decoder, VP8 is there too, also CP1 and or VC1, H263. It's all going to be here, so that way your videos are going to work flawlessly. And we will press home. Now the next thing I want to go through is going to be the root checker. Now this will give you the accurate information if your box is rooted or partially rooted or not rooted. So when you click on it, you can see that it says sorry, root access is not properly installed. That means is they have a little bit of access, not full. The next thing I really like to cover is going to be your YouTube. Now YouTube app, you can see it that it can play 4K for you in 2160p, which is a really good number, and this is set up as auto. So you can play you 4K really nicely. Now when you go to the nerd little screen, you can see it that I am running this, or I'm capturing this with 1080p, and there's about 5 frame drops, and it is not really catch up to the 60 Hertz. It's right now running it on 2160 as 24 frames per second or Hertz, as you can see it right now. But again, the quality is superb when you see it in a naked eye. Now one thing I have to mention is when you're installing Netflix and the version 7 is not compatible, so I cannot launch it. you have to install the version 6.2615 or built 1.5 in order for this to run. Again, it can run. We have videos for that. Links will be available in the bottom how you can process it. But what I have done is, since we are making videos on for you, the next thing I want to go through is going to be some video playing. So this is on our network, so that's why we want to play with it. So remember that our network is connected with 10100, and just to show you, this is 4K and 10-bit on a 10100, and this is how it plays it. It's very, very personal, very nicely playing, and when I bring up the volume, you can hear it, that how good it sounds. So this is what we wanted to make sure that you guys know about, that it does play the 4K and 10-bit, so it is passing the 10-bit portion of it. So this is not the only thing. We have filmed before and we want to play it. So videos, and it plays it flawlessly without any hesitation, and it perfect the way that it shows it. So this was something that I wanted to bring to show you guys that if you want to stream something on the internet, or you want to hook up your local drive, or you have some movies in a remote area and you want to get access to it, you have internet, you can do it. Something like Plex will work on this too, but as a mobile. So let's go to the last part, which is going to be the speed test. So we already done some. So the first thing that we have done is our mesh network. Yes, we have changed it again. You can see the name is different now, and on the mesh network we got 5G directly, and our download rate is 259 and our upload rate is 33.7. I have to mention that where we are, we get a gigabit internet, but again it's shared, so it's not always going to be gigabit. It is up to a gigabit, and right now you can see it that I got 259, and for my upload rate it was 33.7. You can see the arcs of how much it fluctuate before we got these numbers. When we did it one more time, and this is Wi-Fi again, and this is mesh network, we got the next time we got 245, which is a little bit lower, but our upload rate was a little bit smaller than the first time. Again, you can see the arcs, the way that it's going is because how many people are connected to this and while we're using it. And once we connected via LAN, this is a gigabit LAN connected to this, you can see that how many people are using. So our download rate was really good, which is 628, and you can see the arc that started going up. It was started from about 20, it went up to about 100, and then up to a 600, and then it started going up a little bit by little bit till I got to 628. When I was seeing the upload rate, it was 33.9, which is again really good, and our ping is really good too. So when we went one more time, and this was the last time, our download went up more to 655, and you can see the arc is really good, and it start going to the end, and then our upload rate was 33.7, which is again a really good numbers. So this is how they're going to be paying attention more on a software wise on how this box should be playing, and being so powerful. I know that this box we can do even more. The launchers can be changed. You can download it from Google Play Store, something like Nova Launcher, you can load it on this, or any other launchers like ATV Launcher, or you can purchase some of them and you can load it on this and it will work perfect, so you can have a different look to this and you're not really tied to this launcher. Again, if you like it, beautiful, keep it, and I really like it and I want to use it this way. I want to mention that all the links will be available where we can order it from and more at the bottom of this video, except that I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment and the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram and other social networking places, and thank you.